Although, can I tell you something? So, we've kind of alluded to it. We've been hanging out a lot with Neda Manua and Mark Ogden as well. And one of the things I've been picking up from them is England is a little bit different maybe from other countries. Like sometimes their fans don't make the trip, don't make the commitment, don't come or don't plan to come until later rounds.
Right.
But for the U.S. fans, you've got to come now because there may not be later rounds.
Well, not only that, if there was one game circled on their calendar, it was this one.
Yeah.
So they showed out. They showed up, whereas English fans maybe didn't circle this game on their calendar. Maybe they're thinking second round, quarters, semi, even final. That's a reality.
So let's talk about the rivalry here. Can we call it a rivalry, USA and England?
I mean, what, in football?
Yeah.
No.
That's 3 games now in the World Cup, and England has never, ever beaten the United States in World Cup play.
No, it's not a rivalry. But
it's something.
It begs the question of why U.S. fans or U.S. football fans have such an infatuation with everything England. The English national team, the English Premier League.
Well, the Premier League is kind of obvious because I think, one, it's been on television in the U.S. more than any other European league.
But they have an infatuation
and it's considered the
with
best league in the world.
Them. You know what I mean? Like, you could have played against – you could have an infatuation playing against Brazil, who's my favorite to win the World Cup. It's not really the case. They will circle their calendar against England. There's an infatuation with everything English.
But it's some kind of rivalry from, I think, from the American perspective, right? From the American perspective.
For the American, sure, because – and we talked to Nate and we talked to Mark. They almost feel like they're the big brother. That's how they feel.
Yeah.
So when you feel like somebody feels that way about you, it gets under your skin.
And what did Mark tell us? He said in the press conference leading into this game, all of the questions aimed at the England players were about 2010. So I know it's a long time ago, but it's clearly still in the minds of the English press. And I think that must reflect, because, a press makes content for a public, something of what the English fan base feels. They were also thinking about 2010. That memory is still
really?
Fresh, I think. Well, why was it being brought up in the press conference?
I think the only one thinking about 2010 is Green.
Rob Green.
And Clint Dempsey.
And
my
Clint
man.
Dempsey.
My man. Let's be honest. It's not a rivalry until both consider it a rivalry. That's the truth.
Yeah.
It's the truth. I've been places where you consider your rival a rival, and they don't consider you a rival, and it angers you even more. That's a reality. I've been to Santos, and Santos considers Tigres and Monterrey rivals. But I played at Tigres. They don't consider Santos a rival, and that gets under your skin. This is the same situation.
Maybe it's not because of a quote-unquote rivalry, but because of the fact that they play in the Premier League, specifically in the case of Christian Pulisic, because I think he gets, I don't want to say harsh treatment because that sounds like it's undeserved. He gets
different treatment because he's
a particular
American.
Treatment
Yes.
And a particular focus. I don't know if it's because he's American. I actually think it's because American fans talk about him so much that the English
why do they talk about him?
Fans and press react to that.
Why do they talk about him?
The point is, like, usually for a rivalry game, Herc, you're up for it more. I think we saw that from Christian Pulisic. I think we might say we even saw that from Tyler Adams. He's always up for it, but he was really up for it today. I think the other guys, we talked about Anthony Robinson, a guy in the Premier League, Tim Ream. Those guys were among the players who played the best.
By the way, two fantastic games by Tim Ream. Did not see that coming.
Oof.
And I've been as critical as anybody with Tim Ream. I did not see him having 2 fantastic games in the first 2 games of the World Cup. Man's like 39 years old, 47 maybe.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.